Lord of Mysteries Chapter 4 Divination 7. As she spoke, she packed the 16 rye bread she had weighed into the brown paper bag that Zhu Mingrui had brought. She stretched out her right hand and said, 9 pence. Every rye bread weighted about half a pound as differences were inevitable. 9 pence, wasn't it 11 pence 2 days ago? Zhu Mingrui asked subconsciously. It cost 15 pence the month before the previous month. You have to thank the people who protested on the streets for the repeal of the Grain Act, said Wendy as she shrugged. Zhu Mingrui nodded in vague acknowledgement. Klein's memories regarding this was incomplete. All he remembered was that the core tenet of the Grain Act was to protect the prices of domestic agriculture products. Once the prices rose to a certain level, grain imports from southern nations like Fanepotter, Masson, Lemberg were stopped. Why would people protest the act? Without saying much, Zhu Mingrui, afraid he would end up pulling out the revolver, carefully took out his notes and handed one of them over to Mrs. Smyron. He was given 3 copper pence in change. Stuffing them into his trouser pocket, he took the paper bag containing the bread and headed for the lettuce and meat market across the street. He was working hard for the mutton stewed with peas his sister had exhorted. There was a municipal square at the intersection of Iron Cross Street and Daffodil Street. Many tents were erected there, and clowns dressed in odd and funny attires were distributing flowers. There's a circus performance tomorrow night. Zhu Mingrui glanced at the flowers in the hands of others as he read their contents under his breath. Melissa would definitely like it. However, how much is the entrance fee? With that thought, Zhu Mingrui went closer. Just as he was about to ask a clown with a red and yellow painted face, a hoarse woman's voice sounded from beside him. Would you like to try a divination? Zhu Mingrui subconsciously turned his head and saw a woman wearing a pointed hat and a long black dress standing in front of a short tent. Her face was smeared with red and yellow paint and her eyes were a profound grayish blue.